This is Herbert. Herbert's exhausted because he's been sprinting through your brain all year, inspecting every thought like a smoke alarm with trust issues.
If your inner critic has the work ethic of a panicked hamster on espresso, like too much espresso, you are in the right place. Hey, my name is Tina, and if Herbert feels familiar, it's probably because your mind has its own tiny overachiever too. You can explain every pattern, you can psychoanalyze your childhood, and you can also name every single attachment style out there in the wild world.
And yet, you still end up spiraling, shutting down, people pleasing, or having a full blown argument in your head at 2 a.m. while Herbert files the reports.
Yeah, you're not broken. You're just stuck on what I call the drama triangle carousel. And your system is exhausted from trying to be the only adult in the room. So, this is for you. If your inner critic runs your life like a tiny burned out project manager, if you know your patterns, but you can't shift them in real time, if you feel responsible for everyone's emotions, if you're exhausted from being the only self aware one in the whole place, and if you want peace, not performance. So here's what Unhooked will do for you. You'll catch yourself sooner. So the spin doesn't take over your whole life anymore. You notice the moment when things tilt instead of realizing hours or even weeks or even years later.
This is a huge shift, not a finish line, but the turning point where things finally start moving in your favor.
Because let's be honest, some people notice these things after decades. Number two, you understand your reactions without turning on yourself. You stop asking, like, what is wrong with me? You know that question? I know I do. And you start seeking exactly which part of you is trying to protect something. That just softens everything. It creates space for new people, new dynamics, and experiences to enter your life. Because the old shame loop, it was taking up all the oxygen. Like you being with those dynamics in your head all the time, there's no more space left for other people to really come into your life and enrich that. Number three, you start responding differently, naturally, not from force, not from scripts, from actually understanding what is happening inside of you in real time. And that right there, it changes your choices in the way that ripple through every area of your life. You might not even be fully grasping the depth of that yet, but trust me, that's a huge one. Number four, you feel more space in your body.
Less pressure, less noise, more room to breathe, pause, choose, and stay connected to yourself.
This is life altering. And let me again tell you that maybe you cannot feel this in your body yet, but as soon as we get started, you will have this, oh God, now I get it moment. Number five, Herbert becomes an ally. He doesn't disappear. He was never meant to. He stops being the enemy you brace against. And it becomes the part that helps you understand what's really happening inside of you. That's when he starts collaborating instead of panicking. That's where real internal change begins. And those shifts start to create waves throughout your whole life. So now you might ask yourself, but yeah, how is this all going to work out? So let me explain to you exactly the steps. Number one, grounding. We ground your system so real change has somewhere to land in your body. Your body learns to recognize activation early and return to steadiness without collapsing, pushing, or disconnecting. You learn to notice activation as it arises. Bring yourself back from overwhelm, feel your personal tilt point, and support your system so you stay present and connected. Number two, your inner critic starts to shift. So we help Herbert to shift from an interrupter to an informant. You learn to recognize his tone, her urgency, their patterns, not to silence them, but to understand what they are signaling so you can move with clarity instead of chaos.
As soon as your inner critic starts to shift, your whole inner world becomes easier to navigate. Once you understand them, you naturally recognize other patterns with ease. And you can start to shift them as well. Your system simply listens differently.
Number three, drama triangle exits. We teach you practice Practical steps to exit the drama triangle carousel that actually work in your body. These are real embodied moves you can use in the moment. Old roles start to pull you in. You'll learn to recognize the early pull of the drama triangle. So you can pause without collapsing and stay with yourself while tension arises and goes again. You make those aligned shifts that change the whole dynamic. This is where people often feel like, this is what ease feels like in my body. Yeah. Number 4, we do integration practices. We integrate everything in your daily life, like the tiny choices, the micro pauses, the real-time boundary moments. And we finally let Herbert collaborate instead of sabotage. Herbert could be also Priscilla or whoever your inner critic is for you, just to be clear on that. Okay, now let me be crystal clear. Unhooked is not for you. If you are looking for emotional boot camps, we're not doing that stuff here. Instant enlightenment, not happening. Someone else to fix your life, can't really. So, no. Deep trauma processing without a coach being present. This is a self-guided course. Like, deep trauma needs a coach available at your side. And we're also not doing spiritual bypassing disguised as self-development work. Nope, not in this course. Okay, so now that we got this one clear, let me know what you get exactly when choosing to do Unhooked. So Unhooked is a 3-module course, and module number 1 is all about embodied clarity. You'll learn the foundational body-based shift that helps you catch your spiral before it actually takes over. In module number 2, you're gonna meet Herbert or Priscilla, and you start to decode your inner critic, understand their patterns, and learn how to work with them instead of against them. Number 3, that is the drama triangle exit moves. Practical embodied shifts you can use in the moment. Plus, we have guided audios. There's 3 guided audio experiences that help your system shift on the spot. Grounding, clarity, reconnection. Plus, every module comes with integration prompts. Those are clean, evocative journaling prompts that turn your insights into lived experiences. Simple to use, and they'll merge your inner and outer world with ease. So, why does this work? This works because you're not fighting your mind anymore. You start to work with your system. When your body stops bracing, Herbert and Priscilla stop panicking, and you see the moments that things tilt, and you start to really learn, you start to choose differently. And it comes from an inner, just organically emerging shift and not something you're trying to remember in the moment. It's like from the inside out. All right, so if Herbert or Priscilla or whatever personality your inner critic is walking is right now there being like, you know what, she's actually got a point. Awesome, that is your cue. That's the moment when your system is ready for adopting something new, something different. It's $37. You get instant access and you can start feeling those shifts today. Join us inside Unhooked. Priscilla and Herbert, they are already shaking the margaritas.